Folks, happy Sunday. Uh, this is honestly one I'm getting tired of, and to be perfectly honest, I'm going to stop even talking about this on social media, on comments here, because it's just, it's been overdone, and it's time to just accept the facts and move on. Attorney General Barr has stated multiple times he will release the Mueller report. He has also stated he will not break the law. He very clearly stated in his letter to Congress that the Mueller report contains grand jury information. Congress has passed laws making it a crime to release grand jury information. Therefore, everyone's saying just release it now, just release it now, just release it now. You're a Nazi, you're a bigot, release it, you Nazi bigot, is literally telling the Attorney General of the United States, release information that it is a crime to release so we can get you fired and put in jail for doing what we told you to do. If you don't believe that Harris, Booker, Feinstein, Pelosi, Waters, and every other Democrat in power, plus a few of their rhino buddies, would scream and just demand instant transport to Gitmo for Barr, if he walked in and said, fine, here's the whole thing, tomorrow, you're an idiot. They know damn well that the information in that report contains information which cannot legally be released. Therefore, it must be redacted. Every single one of them is a coward because they have the ability, as members of the House and Senate, to pass a law negating what is holding him up. All they have to do is introduce a bill stating that grand jury information is no longer privileged, it's no longer classified by nature. That's all they have to do. The problem is they know that if they do that, a lot of information very damning to their side of the arguments will come out. Because as soon as they say, oh, it's legal to release grand jury information, what do you think we're going to hear about Ferguson and Michael Brown? What do you think we're going to hear about Trayvon? What do you think we're going to hear about all their little pet thugs and all their little pet projects that went to grand jury, so now that information is silenced? We can't get all of the testimony about Brown because it was a grand jury indictment. So they won't do this. They will simply cry and whine and demand that Attorney General Barr break the law. And the second he says, put it in writing and tell me on paper with all of your signatures to break the law. As soon as they do that, they'll then say, oh, you broke the law. We're not allowed to tell you to break the law. The executive branch has to enforce the law. You didn't enforce the law. We want you fired and put in jail because you did exactly what we wanted you to do. Attorney General Barr will release the information. Robert Mueller and his team are working with Attorney General Barr to redact everything and anything that must be, but only what must be. Therefore, all of you little snowflakes crying that he won't just release it now need to take a chill pill, grow up and put your big boy or girl panties on, and accept the fact that American law is being enforced. Then, if you want to cry about rule of law and you want to cry about Comey was fired before the investigation began. He was not fired after. He was not part of the investigation. He was being investigated. Rosenstein has not been fired. Mueller was not fired. All of the crime that Donald Trump was going to just interfere and break the Mueller report never happened. There was no subpoena. There were requests that Donald Trump come speak to Mueller. He was never subpoenaed. It was never, this is required testimony. It was, please come to my office. So all of the crime that Donald Trump wouldn't willingly walk into the spider's web is just a bunch of crap. Look at Bill Clinton when he was being investigated. He tried to stop Ken Starr. He couldn't. He also fired people that were part of investigations. He fired more people in his first year than Donald Trump did in his first two. But Bill Clinton can do no wrong because Bill Clinton is Bill Clinton. Paula Jones, never happened. Juanita Broaddrick, they call her a liar. All of this other crap is just yet more proof of a three-tiered justice system. We're not even allowed to investigate the Clintonistas. If you're not one of them, but you're a rich liberal celebrity, you get investigated and then it just goes away. If you're one of the regular schmucks who doesn't follow their orders, well, sorry, you're screwed. You're going to have your life destroyed by them so that they can take your money and your car and your home and everything else and do with it as they please. We're seeing the death throes of that system because Donald Trump will not allow it to work as long as he can. We're seeing the death throes of it because now we have the southern border being closed, so the Democratic voters for next year not getting in. We have rumors that the FISA information will be declassified. And of course, Adam Schiff, the leading crier over just release it, just release it, just release it. Well, pencil neck, we're going to release what you want released, but only as far as the law allows. But we're also going to release information that you don't want released because it proves your party tried to rig an election. It proves your party illegally spied on people. It proves that you went to the FISA court with lies to get a warrant that allowed Barack Obama to weaponize the DOJ against the Republican Party's candidate. Notice that Schiff doesn't want anything about the FISA warrant or 2016 declassified. All of that he wants kept silent. Every bit of 2016, they want under the rug. But all of this big nothing burger from Mueller, they demand it be released without any delay, without any regard for current U.S. law, which requires redactions of grand jury information and other classified sources. Attorney General Barr quite literally cited U.S. laws in his letter to Congress. Read it. It will cite U.S. code. It will cite all those things that, that is stopping him from just walking in and dropping that report on the floor of Congress. And all of them know this. Pardon me. All of them know that laws passed by Congress, in some cases by people still in Congress after decades, all of them know that these are laws passed by Congress that he is obeying. And all of them know they are too spineless and gutless and cowardly to change them. So they're all just praying that their pet media, CNN, MSLSD, and the rest of them, will make enough of a stink that Barr's finally going to go, fine, here it is. And then they can go, aha, gotcha. That was illegal. Now you go to jail because you did what we told you to. It's literally a cartoon. And it's not even a good one. We've got Dastardly and Muttley running the world. Because they firmly believe they can scream and yell, just do what we tell you. And then after someone finally gives in and does it, they can have someone arrested. Were it me, I would be on television. And I would stare right into the camera and I would say, Senator Kamala Harris, Senator Cory Booker, Senator Bernie Sanders, Representative Adam Schiff, Representative Nancy Pelosi, and name every single one of them by name. And tell them, I want you to produce a document passed by the House and Senate stating that you are waiving current American law, and then cite every single one of them verbatim. Only when you do that can I release the full document. If you do not do this, I must follow American law, which was passed by Congress. I will follow American law until U.S. congressmen tell me that the law does not apply to me. Do it on live TV. Call them out by name. Cite every single law, statute, and code that they must. I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm online or not. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. I live in a major in Texas. Yeah, when I approach the highway, I lose LTE. And yes, I've complained, and no, they don't do anything. But what I was saying is, call every one of the cowards out on national TV every night until they respond. Do it every single night. Just record a video and have it played. A code requirement to obey. So that then, when they say, well, we can't do that, but we deserve the report, everyone can say, he told you exactly what you have to do to get the full report. You are the ones who are the only people who can waive those requirements. It is the United States law. Waive the law. Change the law. Well, no, we don't want to do that. Then you'll get the report when he's done redacting what must be redacted. But we want the report. Then change the law. Well, we won't do that. Then you'll get it when it's redacted. Put them in that loop. Get them on TV saying, I don't have to follow the law. Get them on TV saying, I am above the law. Get them on the record. Maybe, just maybe, when the American people see Kamala Harris literally tell the world, I am above the law, they'll realize she is a power-hungry witch who only wants power and money. She cares nothing for the people of California, as evident by the fact that one city in her district is among the top 10 most dangerous cities in the country. We're going to have them on record as saying, I am your God. I am not subject to the laws I pass. That, or we're going to have them arrested, and we're going to have them in jail screaming, but I'm a senator, I don't go to jail. It's honestly the only way it's going to work. I honestly don't know if this is one or two videos at this point. Unfortunately, Sprint, AT&T, all